Good evening. I'm Dr. Belinda Smith. I'm going to be your child's science teacher for this semester. As I go through this presentation, you will be able to get a lot of good information. You can take pictures of each slide if you need, or you can just revisit the slides later on. This is my email address. That's the best way to reach me. You can also call me on the cell number. If you leave a message on the cell number, make sure you leave your name or your child's name, so I know who the call is coming from, so I can reach back out to you to solve any kind of problems or issues you're having. Here is my school number. I prefer that you use my cell number until we go back to school, but once we go back to school, the school number will work. I have to move my slide every time, but that's okay. This is my daily schedule. I have office hours, 7:30 to 8:30 for your child to come visit me if they have any questions about an assignment or need help doing their work. And then this is my afternoon time, and I do the same thing from 2 to 4:30, Monday through Thursday. You can see I have planning and on A days, which is Monday and Wednesday, environmental science, study skills, and then biology. On B days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have human anatomy and physiology, my planning period, environmental science, which is with Ms. Sanford, and biology. On my Schoology page, this is an example. I used my anatomy class, but all classes are set up the exact same way. The very first thing listed on the home page is the link to the course Zoom. So this is where your child goes to access our classes on the day that they meet. Underneath this is the school information page, and it contains the course syllabus, my office hours, Zoom codes, and other information dealing with how to use Zoom and how to use Schoology. Then I have developed folders, and they're color-coded together. And as you can see, we're in Unit 1. Inside this folder is all of the handouts and resources we're using for Unit 1, the introduction to the course. And like I said, all courses are the same format. Underneath that, as you can see, is the assignments. I did biology for this one, so you can see it's set up very similarly. Unit 1, all the assignments would be found inside this folder. It's all the work. I also have due dates for assignments over on the right-hand side. So you can see there is an assignment due either Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on if they're what day of the week I have these students, and then any test dates. So all the information can be found in there. You can also message me. If you go into the members, which is a little further down, you can click my name and send me a message through Schoology. So now I'm going to talk about each of my courses, so you'll just need to know which one your child is taking. There's some similarities in all of them, however. For human anatomy and physiology, the formative, the classwork, and homework assignments count 60% of the grade. The unit tests, the major projects and labs will count 40%. I highly suggest that your student have notebook paper or some paper to take notes on during class. When I'm doing some lectures, I tend to record them, but it's best for them to study if they have the written documents. They can also, if they have a printer at home, print the documents. I understand that's not an option for a lot of people. It's not an option for me. So that's why I suggest notebook paper and some way to organize it, to keep all their different courses organized in a notebook or in a folder of some sort. In human anatomy, this will last the whole year, and it basically covers every system of the human body and how the human body works and what happens when there are errors or illnesses and how that impacts the overall body. If your child has me for biology, the formative and summative, which still have the same contents in them, is 50-50. So the tests are weighted a little heavier in biology. Again, a notebook is recommended. In biology, which is the study of living organisms, we talk about from the cell all the way up to the entire earth, We go through the relationships of how each organism impacts the other organism and how that makes up the biosphere. In environmental science, we're back to the 60-40, where the tests are a little less. In environmental science, because it's primarily ninth graders, not exclusively, the classwork and doing the assignments is weighted a little heavier. As always, I recommend the paper. This is also, they're all year-long courses. This is how we study how everything in the environment impacts life on Earth. Right now we're doing resources, renewable and non-renewable. You can ask your child about what that means. And we're going to talk about how water, air, climate, agriculture, land use impacts how we function on Earth, and how our impact is having either a positive or negative influence on the Earth itself through pollution and using up our resources. Some of your children might have me for study skills. This is a different type of course because it's not an academic focus course. It's 100% formative. And what that is based on is there are a few assignments. I give them some assignments on transitional skills, study skills, and just to try to get the child to think about how they would be a better learner, some things they can do to improve their grades. It's also somewhat of a study hall for students to have extra time to do their work. So part of their grade in this class is based on their grades in their other classes and how they progress through those courses and how they use the study skills time to get work done. And so we're going to focus on different things. When we're in person, there'll be a little more direct instruction. I have a paraprofessional in that room, so what I can do during that time is put all the students in a breakout room with Coach Jackson, and then I can have individual private conversations with each child to talk about what I see in Aspen as far as their grades go and what they can do to improve their overall average in their courses. So that's my class, basically an overview of what I do. This QR code, if you could take a picture of this with your phone, it'll take you to a Google form, which will ask you for your name, your child's name, and your contact information. That way I can reach back out to you. If you took the time to come to this and view my presentation, I would like to take the time to talk to you and spend a little more time and get to know you and your child a little better. If you have any questions, the email, like I said, is on the first slide, and so is my phone number. Also in Schoology, all my contact information is in the course information folder as well. So I hope you have a good evening, stay safe, and I hope to meet you and your child in person soon.